Hello friends, today let us see the different parts of China rose means hibiscus. Let me take this. Now, this is leaf. First, we'll detach it. Now, this is sepal. Whenever we are detaching a flower, first thing we should do is to detach sepal. I am doing it manually. Slowly you should do, seeing that the flower won't break. Now, moving on to the petal. You should do it one by one. You may get some flowers which have only 5 to 6 petals. If you have this many petals flower, then you should be careful while handling so that when you drag one, other parts won't break. This is called the petal of a leaf. This is the second outermost layer. Now, the part which you can see this here is the pollen tube, and the topmost layer, this one, it is called stigma. It's all covered with yellow because there are many pollen grains fall here. Now, let us see what are these two. Here, the small lines is called the filament, and the yellow part is the pollen grain. These two are togetherly called stamen. And now the continuation part, pollen grain. Now I am taking cutter. You should do it under supervision of your elders or parents. Now I am detaching it slowly. It is the ovary. The part which I am detaching is the ovary. Don't cut it completely. Now when you open it, see there's a small tube like structure inside this. Here, a small one. This small tube is only the one which carries the pollen grain to the ovary where the female gametes, ovules, are present. Now let us try to see ovules. Many times it's not possible to see ovules with your naked eyes, but sometimes we can. Now I am removing this part. Yeah, this pollen tube is connecting to the ovary here. This ovary consists of ovules, nothing but the female gametes. Now I am trying to detach this ovary. Slowly when you detach it, here small grains like structures can be seen. These things. Small grains like structures can be seen. These structures are called the ovules of a flower. These small grains then reproduce. In a China rose, they can't reproduce because they are not capable of doing it. But other fruits first form flowers. After pollination and fertilization, then the fruits will be formed. Now I am taking it out. Those are so sticky. Now I'm doing the further detachment. I'm just trying to separate so I think we can see the pollen tube. Yeah, here it is. So slowly we should remove pollen tube because it may break many times. Here, this tiny layer, this is so fragile. It is the pollen tube which carries the pollen grains into the ovary. Here there are some pollen grains which can't be seen directly, but later it should be zoomed by your eyesight to be seen. It carries the pollen grains, the male gametes, to the ovary which contains female gametes, ovules. Now, these all is the China rose parts. Remember, first is the sepal, second comes the petals. Petals are the brightest part to attract insects for pollinations. Then it's pistil and stamen. Stamen is nothing but the filament and anther together are called the stamen. Now pistil. Pistil means the stigma. Here is the stigma. Okay, yeah. This part where the pollen grains land is called stigma, and stigma is connected to the pollen tube which carries the grains to the ovary, that is pistil. Now the ovary, here is the ovary, and inside the ovary there are small seed like structures which are called as ovules. Let me try to get them. Okay, they are coming. Yeah, here you can see two white color structures which are called the ovules. Now this completes the parts of China rose. Now moving to the scientific names: calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Calyx is the outermost layer. Then the outermost layer is sepal. So calyx is the sepal. Corolla. Corolla is the second outermost layer, that is our brightest part of a plant or a flower, that is petal. Next comes androecium. Androecium is the stamen, which means anther with filament is called stamen. Then last innermost part is the gynoecium. Gynoecium is also called pistil. Now I have the pistil over here. This is the stigma, pollen tube, and the ovary. Stigma, pollen tube, and ovary which contains ovules inside. This is called gynoecium, nothing but the pistil. These are the four holes name in scientific form. Thank you.